This is one of my sleeping bags. It was about 20 degrees out all night, and the wind was blowing like crazy, so it was colder than shit. As you can see, I've got my tarp over me. There's my gun and glasses hanging up on the rope, and that just goes back. And that's my setup. But I wanted to make the video from in here so I could show you what I was talking about. Last night was, pretty active. Heard a couple of vocalizations, the really good owl calls that were obviously them, Not even hardly an owl call, some of it, but more like just, yelling. But, so I was laying here, and one of the first things that happened was something walked up to me, over on this side, and it was like just all up and down, all the way down to the end of the tarp, and then all the way up here. I can't even reach the end of it. And so I heard it doing that. It was obviously something, very tall. Because, I'm a good ways up off the ground right now. Let me look. Yeah, I am 3 feet off the ground easily. And then the tarp is probably another couple of feet, up here where it was doing its thing. So that's 5 feet right there. There's no animal that is going to do that. But all I did was I took my hand and I pushed it out like that, right? And it did again, and it did it right across my hand. Like you could feel it touch my hand. It felt like a hand, just kind of fidgeting over top of it. But that's significant because that's the first time that I've ever, I'm sure that that's the first time that I've ever touched one. Even though it was through the tarp. On purpose. Like that. There was a time over here on this side where I was trying to get, like this, trying to get to the bottom of it so I could pull it up. And as I was pushing it out, you can see how easy that is to push. But as I was pushing it out, like it wouldn't push because there was something like right here. There's something about right in here blocking it. So when I pushed it, the tarp that's down there just a little bit lower stayed in place, but this moved. And then I just kind of brought it down, and then the tarp crinkled and made a sound. And I grabbed it and pulled it up. And then that was when I saw, running up through there, what appeared to be something tan with blue or green glowing eyes. Because I had my light on it, looking back at me. Yeah, right up between those two trees right there. There's a rock. Oh man, I slept really good. And then, all throughout the night, you heard something smaller than, it seemed like this was smaller than what the thing that ran its hand across the tarp. It was, what was it? I think it was the babies. They were running around, getting in my gear. My backpack is just right outside here. You could hear stuff kind of like kicking it around a little bit. Not like violently, but, bumping into it. But I don't think anything's happened to the candy or the food. I'm going to go check. And then I'm going to get out of here. I got video games to play.